Will Lynch will take the opening draw against Andrew Greenspan and immediately have a face-off violation against the sophomore from Scarsdale, New York. Here's Kavanaugh. Inside, look at that. That is quintessential Notre Dame offense, and Jake Taylor finishes from the top of the crease.
Set it in the open, Cotter. To attack John Schroeder and win this one-on-one matchup for Chris Kavanaugh, you have to play in space. If you hang around goal line extended and get into his body, he will eat you alive. This time, Kavanaugh uses the top half of the offensive set, the vision, and then the early slide.
Working on a shorty, back to Kavanaugh. You mentioned Kavanaugh and Schroeder. Shot, score! Seymour buries it. The Irish are off to a great start today at Arlotta.
Packed house, sunny day in South Bend. The Golden Domes are shining. This is a phenomenal pass by Devin McClain. Kevin Corrigan calls him the grease guy. Just puts things in perspective with the sixth-year senior. Just does a little bit of everything, and this time spot feeding Jalen Seymour. Spot on, Cotter, and that's really difficult for a goaltender to see through that screen.
Greenspan and Lynch battling. Won by the Irish, although Light loses a stick. Corrigan's up 2-0. He's already working the officials at midfield. Surprise, surprise. Doesn't have the hat today, though, to throw on the field, which is a little bit of a surprise given the sun. On the run. Good feed inside. Shuts is denied. Looks like he got a piece of the pipe.
On the other end, we want to see Chris Kavanaugh playing space and go up top against Schroeder. Virginia needs to attack from behind and have success dodging.
Interlead shoots, he scores! Got his defender turned around a little bit. He beats Richard Deli. Virginia's on the board.
Interlead was a bright spot a week ago down at Chapel Hill with 2 goals. He's a senior who waited his turn, making the most of an opportunity. He's been short-sticked a lot this season. And he just gets Reinhardt kind of just in a tough spot. Reinhardt bit on that first initial jab, and then the re-dodge allows him to get his hands free, but also stare at a lot of 6x6 in terms of their tendencies and their counters. The problem is Will Lynch has a ton of experience under his belt.
Shot. Batted down through traffic. Big hit. Taylor got dumped. Still loose ball. Now picked up and gets back into Noon's cross. Hackett. Got thumped. Now it's going to draw a flag.
And understand, like, find that open man when they're showing like that.
Olaco and Ramsey, the double team on the hit. Ramsey, the guilty party. He'll sit for 30 seconds. Rich Giardelli makes the save.
That's not going to cut it, right to his stick. Hudson Houseman, 15 in blue. Freshman on freshman, 2 top 10 recruits with Houseman and Jeffrey.
Good look. Shovel shot saved by Nunes. Here's Busenkill. That was Maharis. Kavanaugh. Watch out here. Saved by Nunes.
Wow. What a stop by Nunes. Kavanaugh played it perfectly.
Just in the low 20s. And that's after a big stretch here in the last few games where he shot pretty well.
I mean, the reality is, too, he's more of a ball-dominant player. Last year he has Schellenberger.
Good feed inside. The dive. He scores. Sunderland scored, but let's check the marker. The officials need to determine whether he was in the crease or whether that ball went into the goal before he was in the crease.
Or if it was because of defensive pressure. And I feel, watching that live, there definitely was defensive pressure.
It's good.
Was his foot in the crease prior to the defensive pressure? You can't fall in the goal mouth unless it's due to defensive pressure. Good look by Colsey. That looks good to me.
Looks good to me.
So even if he lands in the goal mouth, that's okay because it's from defensive pressure.
Switches it back to his right. Had an inkling. Here's Menke. Nothing. Balsamo's in the game. Double zeros. The cutting mill and the ball right in front. Picked up at least temporarily by Gallagher. Now he's got it. He's in a little bit of trouble in the corner. Finds a man. That's Buckner. Just glides and stays in front of the defender. Inderlead, nothing doing. Up top to Schutz. They move it around. Colsey gets it back to his left and bounces it home.
What a gorgeous dodge. The sophomore out of Ridgefield, Connecticut, spent all summer British Columbia honing his craft, playing box lacrosse. This is a move in tight quarters, but it also plays to his strength because he's an outside shooter as well. So the combination of the field and box game in one goal for Ryan Colsey. That is a big-time move. I mean, 50% is super legit. 76%. Watch Agent Zero here.
Cavanaugh will shoot and score.
This is what I love about Chris Cavanaugh's game. So versatile. He can beat you off the dodge, and he can beat you stretching a defense. He's a 360 attackman, and this one is for history.
The longest tenured coach in Division I, and you mentioned it, finally breaking through and winning the Natty 2 years ago. Got number 2 in a row last year, looking for 3 in a row this year. Nunes with the save.
Big matchup. They get the switch there with Ben Ramsey now.
Ramsey, the All-American, 24. Millen loses it. Picked up by Balsamo. He shoots. Save, Rich Yardelli. Fresh 60 for the Irish, though. Jeffrey getting more and more playing time, the football wide receiver. Taylor, save made, flag down.
Oh, Taylor got the retaliation. I wouldn't be surprised if you see another foul. He's such a manipulator in terms of the way he moves and changes the slide trajectory for opposing teams. You just watch 13 in the inside. He's always prodding.
Cavanaugh, that ankle looks okay. Shot by McLean, stopped by Nunes.
Look at the size of Schroeder, 49 in blue. Like he just swallows attackmen.
Jeffrey on the run. He'll shoot with his left.
Who's 2?
Picked up by the Cavaliers. Big hit at midfield, and flags come from all over the place.
That's going to be a push with possession. Colsey's itching. Like you can tell he's itching to let this one go.
Inside, gets it out to Colsey, the bad pass, though he can't get a shot off.
If that was a good pass, he was letting it go.
Millen, though, steps in. And Rich Yardelli has to get a piece of it and sends it flying high off over the fence.
2, conference wins. Syracuse has 2 conference wins. Virginia doesn't have any. Duke doesn't have any.
Notre Dame has just the one. Hackett, good feet inside. The shot saved by Rich Yardelli.
Exploding to the ball, too. Good things happen when a goalie steps to the ball.
Jeffrey. Cavanaugh shoots from a tough angle. Jeffrey gets it back. Watch out here. He shoots and scores! And a flag.
I think that flag might be wiped if it's a push. We'll get the call here. Good news for Irish fans. Cavanaugh's moving pretty well.
Yeah, good goal. Good goal. Fouls on blue 49 slash. 1 minute.
Oh, they got Schroeder with a slash, so that will be time served. Yeah, he got him in the head. Watch 49. Yeah, right in the head.
Right on top of the head. Great placement on that shot by
Right on
Jeffrey.
the head, right in front of the official. And rolls into his dodge as he's catching the ball full speed.
What'd you think about the freshman Jeffrey on that move? I mean, athletic.
Yeah, he's the #1 recruit in the country.
And he's getting more and more playing time. Watch out here. Colsey just tried to sneak it through. Had a really tough angle, but still almost got it there. Big ground ball here, won by Virginia. Angrick, that shot was deflected. And Nunes does a fantastic job to pick up that ball on the outside of the crease. I thought that was going right back to an Irish player.
They're 1 for 5 on the extra man. Notre Dame has to do better. Now they're going to go in the sin bin.
Walsh scores!
Little step down city by Walsh. Jack Walsh, a senior captain, waited his turn. 8th goal of the game on the road. Season on the brink. Career has limited days left. Don't tell Jack Walsh that.
On Donovan.
Schutz is a big boy. Donovan met him with leverage there.
Millen's got a shorty on him. On the run, saved by Rich Yardelli. He'll look to outlet quickly to Ramsey.
Oh boy, you hear the crowd?
Ramsey shoots and scores!
You just sense the momentum. Virginia star McCabe Millen stonewalled by the first-year starter, Thomas Rich Yardelli. Once Ramsey catches this ball, I'm saying, oh boy, you hear the crowd, right? Give him reason to believe. Give him reason to pop. The senior short stick D midi out of Cali goes coast to coast with a monster goal.
By the way, for those new to Notre Dame lacrosse, is got a mugging and it stays with the Irish. Lars can't believe it.
No one knows who's going to be the next bagpiper. They put it in your locker on the last game.
Oh, great goal by Kavanaugh! It'll count! The ankle might not be 100%, but it's good enough. And it brings a standing O from the sold-out crowd here at Arlotta.
When you think of Notre Dame lacrosse, you think bagpipers, leprechauns, and Kavanaughs. And this move is vintage Chris Kavanaugh. Sell out, throw your body in the air, and do the unthinkable. No angle, no problem.
Griffin Kaloji, another of his veteran defenders for Virginia, on him. On the run, shoots. Doesn't get through. Oh, behind the shoulder by Taylor. You gotta be kidding me. How did he scoop that and shoot it in the same movement?
After the first goal, the Virginia defense on Jake Taylor has been airtight. They continue to be airtight. But like all crease guys, the play is never done. He is on the ground. He has no business being part of the follow-up. A deflected shot, a Jake Taylor sprawled on the turf. And in one motion, it's a scoop and a BTB.
Seymour. On the run and scores, the bouncer! Could be the finishing touches in a brilliant final 4 minutes of this third quarter, Cart.
I was saying earlier, you have to pop from the perimeter if you're Notre Dame. They're locking the crease. The slides are late. Who's gonna make a play? This is a heavy step down righty shooter, because what that allows him to do is find that extra space. If he catches that ball, the stick is in his hands.
Jeffrey, hands are free, just a moment, and it was all he needed. Cart, this kid is coming into his own right in front of our eyes.
Cheshire, Connecticut, #1 rated high school player in all of America. Dual sport athlete with burners, plays for Marcus Freeman, did some special team duties this year. You just see the ability to run by a defender. Pat Kavanaugh, only Tewaaraton winner in school history. So many great
Eric
seniors.
Dobson.
Yeah.
Hackett shoots. Too easy for Richard Delly. What an outlet to Alakwa. Alakwa keeps it. Now he shoots and scores!
But they reload. You know what I love about this? Alakwa got an earful from Kevin Corrigan earlier, not being in the right spot at the right time. You talk about the mental aptitude and toughness to turn the page, play the next play, use the jets, talk about end-to-end action, absorbs the initial check to the back, and sticks it.
Fresh 60 for Virginia. Rich Yardelli Steps in the passing lane.
There's some meat on the bone with Johnny Hackett in terms of what he could do. My advice to him is I think he cradles the ball too much. I think his rapid cradle and extra cradle.
Oh, Richard Deli stops Millen point blank. That voice you hear in the background is Lars yelling to his defense. Kavanaugh. Angrick steps into it. Nunes goes up to rob him.
Nice check by Ware.
Can't pick up the loose ball, though. The luck of the Irish. McLean, right place, right time. When you're a two-time defending national champ, the ball just seems to find your stick at the right moment.
Ben Ware's livid that the defense couldn't corral that ground ball and get it out. He makes the nice trail check on Jeffrey. It's the second opportunity. Yeah, that's got to be corralled by John Schroeder.
Yeah.
He's got to scoop that ball up. Everything's on the table when you have a losing record, right? You have to go deep into what's wrong, because this is one of the true blue bloods college lacrosse.
Cavaliers get one back. Mikey Harmeyer, his third of the season.
It's a nice rip by Harmeyer. Catches it low, stings it high. You know, it didn't help from a depth perspective when top recruit Kyle Colsey, lower body injury in the fall. He would have been a dynamic Dodger. It's a beautiful shot.
Nice finish.
Jeez, he catches that ball and in one swooping motion.
But like Lars said when we met with him earlier this week, no one's going to cry for him. Richard Deli makes another save. You know, they spent years beating up on everybody else. Here's Menke. He scores. And I got to tell you, as we know him, Coach Corrigan is fuming right now, giving up these 2 goals late. He's got a big lead. He's going to win this game. But he can't be happy. I mean, it's part of his persona, right?
Yep, well, they scouted Menke properly. He's a heavy lefty. So they flush him up the right side. But he makes him pay with a beautiful shot.
Here's Walsh. Under 2 to play. And another one.
It's Menke right-handed again.
And a ground ball off the face-off. Chismar.
It's a great grounder by Chismar. He's getting harassed, though, by 4 white shirts.
He loses it.
Lars Tiffany is always recruited. Now it's about pieces to the puzzle, getting the chemistry.
Richard Deli scores. Getting the rare even strength goal for 0 and white. Came into this game with 10 goals on the year, 5 of them man up.
He's got great hands. That wasn't the case this year. So you can have all this talent. You got to find the chemistry. Just didn't flow this season for the Cavaliers.